And talking just kind of on a very big macro level of Omaha, I think you guys are involved in the chamber.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, speech after speech, a recurring topic is brain drain, where and not allegedly, I'm sure it's very well happening. People are graduating college or high school even, and just kind of moving away right away. And I think a greater investment back into Omaha through volunteer work, through being involved in nonprofits, will definitely help that in a big way. And I think that's imperative as Omaha, if we want to continue to grow at the size and the rate that we are growing, that investment back into the community, being involved, having VTO through big employers in town is going to really help our city on a bigger scale.
Yes.
Grow.
Well, and we have drank the Chamber's Kool-Aid on talent and talent retention,
yes.
and being part of and being part of engagement of young professionals, and wanting to engage in a real way, not just virtually on digital, but actually making real connections and long-lasting and spurring long-lasting relationships. And we believe a lot of that happens in the nonprofit sector. We believe a lot of people are seeking significance, and people are seeking a way to live out a life mission, and they just don't know where to do that yet. And we know that people want to be a part of change, want to be a part of improvement. And once they see that their efforts have led to something, they are more likely to stay in a community. And we realize that some of that's employment, but a lot of it happens in the life that you live outside of your working hours.
Yeah.
And so if you can find significance in and outside of the office, you're going to stay in that community, because it feels like home for a lot of reasons.
Right. And also, I'm sure I'm not unique in this, but service has always been a part of my life until I graduated college coming up 2 years ago. Because I went to a Catholic grade school, where especially for like confirmation and stuff, you had to do 24 service hours for your church, family, all sorts of different categories. Then in high school, I went to Creighton Prep, and so service was a big part there. Service days, big brother, big sister, big brother, little brother, go out and do service together for the community, for a nonprofit, or just raking leaves. And then in college, I was in a fraternity, which service is a huge philanthropy, a huge part,
piece.
right?
Yeah.
But then I graduated, and I was like, this stuff isn't just handed to me anymore. I have to go out and look for this.
Right.
And the only, kind of call this good or bad, the only nonprofits or service opportunities that I was exposed to, or that I even knew existed, were the ones that I was exposed to through school.
Right.
One, not a lot of people have the benefit of being exposed to that growing up through school. But also, two, people just don't know. There was no platform before Share Omaha to find these. I guess you could Google, local
Volunteer
Omaha. Yeah.
The same 5 would come up.
Right, because it's searching your results. But,
right.
Yeah. So yeah, Share Omaha fixes a lot of problems for people in my situation. I feel like, especially like you said, the younger people who maybe have that background or have that desire, if nothing else, to volunteer and to give back to the community, but did not have a fixed avenue to do that. Now I think there is one. Yes,
and we're seeing that our number one demographic of users is that 35-54 female, but we know that we've had spikes of young professional attention, younger attention, and if we were driving traffic amongst that demographic, that we're seeing results regarding young professionals. But we get a lot of retirees, and I love that people are seeking significance when their work life is over, when it's come to a conclusion, and they're looking for ways to give back. So you'll see on our blogs that we have stories of young professionals, we have stories of families and people in mid-career, but we also have stories of amazing retirees. So people across the spectrum are seeing this as a user-friendly tool to use. I think it's Office Max. I mean, it's like or Staples, like the easy button. Like they'd be so happy that I said this right now. So
we're not getting paid by them.
We're not getting paid by them. Not getting paid by them. But we really feel like we simplify that search process and make it intuitive and digestible in a way that it hasn't been before. And people always say, like, how come we haven't done this before? Well, it's because nonprofits didn't have the capacity to think about a tool to benefit all of them. Right. But also, the technology to do so didn't really exist until just like 5, 6, 8 years ago when Charlotte started developing this kind of software.
see.
So it's just the right time.
Mm-hmm.